Montague's message, June 14, 2015. My friends, please wake up. You are speeding towards your own enslavement. Global enslavement is in progress all around you, and still you close your eyes to it, like the sleeping dead. World War I and World War II were played out in Europe. The cabal wants World War III to be in Europe also. They are following the same old formula once again, and many of you are still falling for it. Do you ever learn? What must happen to you, for you to see what is going on in front of your eyes? Weapons of mass destruction was coming at you from all directions, but there were none. Saddam Hussein was demonized, then war was declared and the people were massacred. Before the killing started, all evidence of the ancient civilization that was there was destroyed by the U.S. Army. Colonel Muammar Gaddafi was also demonized, and the invasion and killing of the masses was again the object of the exercise. Do I need to go on, before you open your eyes and see what is happening? This was all part of the plan, and the masses fall for it every time. The cabal wants war with Russia, so they have used Ukraine as a way in. Because Vladimir Putin refused to play their game, they are now demonizing him. Humanity should go down on its knees and thank Putin for refusing to engage in war. Check your facts before you accuse Putin and you will find that he alone is protecting you. He refuses to be involved in the New World Order. Only the corruptible believe the propaganda that flows from your televisions and newspapers, for they are owned by the cabal. This cabal needs a major conflict before it can enforce the New World Order. Putin decided to protect his people, not betray them. Your sympathy should be extended to the poor people of the Ukraine who were used in order to create reasons for a war with Russia. Because of the serious situation you find yourselves in, I ask that you use your minds through meditation, or whatever method works for you, to create waves of peace. Send them out so that there is no longer room for evil to exist in your world. All hearts together as one, in peace and harmony. No man-made differences, neither race nor religion should be an obstacle to this coming together of humanity for peace. Be discerning about whom you trust. Always go with your heart, as your mind is controlled through education and propaganda. Victory is yours when you come together. Deal directly with your God. You do not need the middlemen, whose plan was always to control you through fear. Take responsibility and control of your own life. Veronica and I refuse to be part of any religion. We embrace the spiritual life, so we heartily recommend it. When you have love in your life, there is no room for fear. You have decisions to make. By doing nothing, you are allowing World War III and the destruction of humanity and the earth as you know it. The situation which the cabal has created through war has resulted in chaos in Europe. Thousands are fleeing certain countries in order to seek shelter in Europe. This, my friends, was all part of the plan to destabilize Europe so that it would result in a war. This will continue until you refuse to be part of it anymore. Armies exist only to carry out the evil plan of the cabal. Never think for one moment that they are there to protect humanity. They are without conscience or the intelligence to see how they are being brainwashed and used. Ireland will be the center for peace. Learning how to live in a world without corruption will begin there. The Irish taught the world in times past, and they will be happy to do so again. We need your help to accomplish this. The Irish people are awakening, and they are beginning to understand what is under their feet and all around them. Once that energy is released, it will expose and remove all corruption worldwide. The elected in Ireland answer only to Europe, not to the Irish people. This must change. In times past, governments were of the people, for the people. Corruption must never again be allowed to become the norm. War should never be an option. Why would a human being want to kill his own kind? You live in a world of plenty that is controlled by the few. The takeover was done by stealth. The masses were not aware of what was being done, just as you, today, are being led to your own destruction. You do not have the luxury of time, since the cabal has been planning this takeover for hundreds of years, even though you have only just awakened to it. Do not fall for the fine words of the few, whether from Rome or governments. Their plans do not include you. Fine words and fine clothes do not suffice. You need absolute proof of sincerity and a guarantee that the welfare of humanity is supreme, before you accept what they say. Rome serves Lucifer. Never forget that. Rome believes it owns the whole world, and all in it, through baptism. Many of you have renounced the baptismal vows which were made on your behalf, and many more continue to do so. Rome is at the head of the pyramid of evil, though it hides it well. Together, my friends, you can move mountains. Trust each other, for this will protect you from another war and whatever plans the cabal has for you. It is a question of humanity, or them. Everyone has to make this choice. The future is in your hands. My dear, it is difficult to cope with what is being done to stop your work with me. We have love and trust on our side. Forever, your adoring, Monty. Channeled by Veronica Keane. MontagueKeane.com